watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 in East Country Radio. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Roy Rosso on this Friday, August 18th.
We have developing news that Captain David Berkowitz has allegedly been picked up and placed into custody by the FBI earlier today, stemming from an ongoing criminal investigation. News 25 has verifiable reports regarding this recent arrest of Berkowitz, who was placed on paid administrative leave on July 6 of this year by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. News 25 is in the process of further verifying this information through our reliable sources. According to the information we have received as of this newscast, Captain Berkowitz has been arrested by the FBI earlier today for various charges stemming from the criminal investigation. From what we know at the time of this newscast, Captain Berkowitz was transported to Las Vegas and will be arraigned in federal Las Vegas court today. We are actively working to further confirm the accuracy of these reports. For latest updates on this developing story, please continue to follow our KPVM News 25 Facebook page. We have been told from the federal courtroom that Captain Berkowitz was arraigned on deprivation under color, perjury, and wire fraud. However, KPVM is waiting to get the official indictment from the courts.
Well, Clem Miro appeared in court following his 2022 arrest and has now been sentenced to 20 to 60 months in the Nevada Correctional Facility. RJ Camacho reports.
Clem Miro, the man involved in a pursuit that led to a shootout at the California-Nevada state line, is now finally being sentenced after taking an Alford guilty plea deal on June 19th. Before sentencing was passed, Lieutenant James McRae with the Nye County Sheriff's Office made an appearance to testify, as he wanted Judge Wonger to consider some concerns he had regarding the sentencing. James McRae, who was an officer involved in the shootout that occurred, stated that the incident has affected officers on a personal level, and states that it was bad for all parties involved.
Poor decisions were made that night, and the consequences that happened from it are affecting everyone today and will affect all of us in the future. And it's just difficult to make them understand. I hope that Mr. Miro gets the help that he needs after this incident, with whatever he had going on with himself that night. I just wish him to get help, find his humility to be able to accept his consequences of his actions, and that his actions that day affected more than himself, affected everybody involved, all the way to his family who's here today.
McRae has also spoke about the mental effects of this situation, such as how he's had nightmares since the incident.
You know, I currently am I see a doctor for it because it's affected me that way, and any recommendation that I could give to anyone is that the people who are involved, including Mr. Miro, should seek someone to talk to, because there's underlying things that are going on that he probably needs to speak with somebody to help him get back to where it sounds like he was a good person before all this happened. And I would like to see him become a good, outstanding citizen again.
Before giving the sentencing, Judge Wonger spoke briefly.
I think the fair resolution of this case, and Mr. Miro, you may go down to prison and have a cup of coffee. I don't know, because I'll give you all the credit that you're deserving. But this is what I'm going to do. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, I'm going to assess a $25 administrative assessment, $150 DNA analysis fee, $3 DNA administrative assessment. I'm going to sentence you to 24 to 60 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections. I am also going to impose the $10,000 fine. I think the benefit of the bargain for you was avoiding the 96 to 192 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections and a total of $25,000 fine. You'll have credit for 494 days. Sir, I feel so bad for your family, quite frankly, I feel so bad for everybody involved. There is no winner in this situation.
In an update on the Maui fire, residents are concerned over the climate.
The people of Hawaii are facing a housing crisis, and residents are concerned that the fire may lead to climate gentrification. Climate gentrification is when the locals of an area become unable to afford housing in safer areas after the events of a climate-amped disaster. Jennifer Gray Thompson, CEO of After the Fire USA, which is a wildfire recovery and resiliency organization, stated that Maui is one of the scariest opportunities for gentrification, due to the very high land values and the intense level of trauma, and the people who are unscrupulous who will come in to try to take advantage of that. Thompson also went on to state that potential developers and investors will research who has mortgages, and said Maui residents should expect cold calls. However, Hawaii Governor Josh Green stated on August 16th that the state's Attorney General is working on drafting a moratorium on the sale of damaged properties in Lahaina. Green has vowed to protect local landowners from being potentially victimized by those who see the Maui wildfires as an opportunity. According to reports, an extreme weather event cannot solely be blamed on climate change. However, storms, fires, and floods, which are growing more dangerous, make Hawaii one of the riskiest states in the U.S. With some not possibly being able to afford rebuilding, they may simply want to sell their land. Justin Tyndall, assistant professor at the University of Hawaii Economic Research Organization, spoke on the matter as well, stating that Hawaii is the most expensive state to either rent or own a home in the country. Tyndall also stated that the native Hawaiian community has been hit the hardest by the housing crisis, and due to this, many are leaving. Meanwhile, Maui Emergency Management Administrator Herman Andy has resigned following criticism for not sounding outdoor alert sirens during the raging fires. During a press conference on August 17th, he stated that he had no regrets about not utilizing the system, due to him fearing it could have caused people to go maka, a Hawaiian term that can mean towards the mountains or inland. And he stated that if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire. However, he stepped down today on August 18th, a day later after the conference. Decisions to not use sirens, combined with water shortages that impacted the firefighters, and an escape route which was clogged with vehicles overrun by flames, has brought biting criticism from many of the residents of the island. The search for those missing is still ongoing, as 58% of the Lahaina fire has been covered. The fire has also been confirmed to be 90% contained in Lahaina as of late last night, August 17th.
Well, we will be back on the other side of this break with all you need to know about Never Give Up Day.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. In our next segment, we will be having an update on what happened during the David Berkowitz arraignment today in U.S. court. Now, August 18th is National Never Give Up Day, and this installment of Positive Prump, we will find out what Never Give Up Day is really all about.
Never Give Up Day is observed annually on August 18th. Never Give Up Day serves as a reminder that challenges are opportunities for growth and that setbacks can be transformed into stepping stones towards success. Join the movement and be part of the nationwide celebration. Never Give Up Day on August 18th. Share your stories of triumph, hope, and determination using hashtag NeverGiveUpDay, and together let us inspire a nation that stands strong, united in the face of life's trials. For more information, visit NeverGiveUpDay.com.
I was born as a universal message. I was born as a beacon of hope. I was born to reinforce my personal achievement and that of humanity. I was born with the inability to quit. I was born a visionary. I was born to prosper through the lessons learned. I was born to change the perception on the unfortunate aspects of life. I was born to push myself to the limit. I was born to better myself in anything I put my mind to. I was born to create a stronger me. I was born to give it all I got. I was born to succeed. I was born to accomplish the unthinkable. I was born to attempt the impossible. I was born to compete with the best. I was born to become much more than what others can see. I was born to become better than what I've ever been. I was born to make things happen. I was born a fighter. I was born to never give up the fight on issues of concern, like climate change, illness, and poverty. I was born to share the fighting spirit of never give up. I was born to make a difference in people's lives. I was born to wear my scars with pride. I was born to shine in darker times. I was born to stand back taller than I ever was. I was born to stay alive, to fight another day. I was born to fulfill my purpose. I was born on August 18th. I was born to be celebrated. My name is Never Give Up Day.
A proclamation was passed by the county commissioners to recognize September as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month in Nye County. Tom Waters is here to tell us about the next prostate cancer support meeting.
Hello, I'm Tom Waters. I'm the chairman of the Prostate Cancer Support Group, inviting everyone that wants information about prostate cancer to come to our meetings. We meet every fourth Tuesday of the month, except November and December because of the holidays. But every fourth Tuesday, we meet from 6 to 7:30 p.m. We're providing a lot of information for a lot of men, and we are encouraging a lot of women to come out because women can help us spread this message so that men can take care of themselves. And also remind you that September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. And I'd like to thank the Nye County Commissioners for signing a proclamation just stating that in the County of Nye, September is recognized as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. We meet at the DAV building, Disabled American Veterans Building. That's the former town annex down by the swimming pool, right at the end of Petrick Park. So we're encouraging everyone to come out. Now we also have it by Zoom. So if you can't get out and you want to come in via your computer, all you have to do is click on the Zoom link and come on in. And if you don't have the Zoom link, or if you want the Zoom link, you can contact me. Again, my name is Tom Waters, and my email address is twaters2015@gmail.com, and I will send you the link. So you can do it that way. Or if you just have questions, you can call me at 702-379-3449. Either way, to get any answers to any questions you might have about prostate cancer. Now, I want to say something else about our meeting that's upcoming, is we're now having guest speakers. And our first guest speaker is going to be a retired Army nurse. She's a surgical nurse, and she has a lot of information about surgeries as well as prostate cancer and other cancers. Her name is Alice Luber. She's a retired lieutenant colonel, Army nurse, and she's going to talk to us during our meeting. When it's undetected and men do nothing about it, they do end up passing away because of prostate cancer. It is something that I won't say curable, but at least you can live with it. So come out, get more information.
We will be back right on the other side of this break with your sports report.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, now we are still preparing that David Berkowitz update for you for our next segment. But for now, here is Mikey with our sports report.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports. The day with the Stanley Cup Tour made a stop in Cape Breton. Riley Smith and Stanley on a boat. I'm on a boat. Las Vegas Aviators in Reno last night for the Battle of Nevada. Victorious 7-3. Rematch tonight at 6:35. Las Vegas Aces were in action yesterday against the New York Liberty. They're back to their winning ways. 88-75. They play the LA Sparks tomorrow at noon from Michelob Ultra Arena. Las Vegas Raiders have their second preseason game. Tomorrow in LA, they face the Rams at 6 p.m. Henderson Little League play their next game in the Little League World Series tomorrow afternoon from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. That game is at 3 against the New Albany Little League of Ohio. Pahrump Valley Trojans football season kicks their season off tonight. JV is playing right now, and varsity starts at 7. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Here's what's cooking on Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning.
Howdy. Here's what's cooking this week on Classic Country Breakfast. Born on August 15th, 1945, prolific songwriter Jimmy Webb. Born on August 20th, 1923, the innovator of the Nashville sound, Jim Reeves. Country music singer-songwriter Richard Lynch calls the show. And born on August 19th, 1944, Eddie Raven, the birthday boy, calls the show. He talks about fighting with record labels and his reaction when George Jones recorded one of his songs.
I should have called. We couldn't get anybody interested in that, so we did it. And later on, George Jones recorded it and loved it, and we had a little problem getting people to Who Do You Know in California, so we did that one. It's funny how things work, and what's ironic is the people that you get thrown in with.
Don't forget to check out ClassicCountryBreakfast.com and tune in Sunday morning at 8 to Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, it looks like we are in for a stormy weekend. John has your weather forecast coming up next.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and worldwide on the local BTV app. The app that just plain is amazing. You're going to love it. 91 degrees out there in Fernley, Fallon saw 93. Carson City at 86 makes you the cool spot. Almost edged out by Tonopah, but not quite. 87 degrees up in Tonopah. It's 89 in Goldfield. Beautiful days in Beatty at 98 degrees, and Amargosa at 104 for a hot spot today. Seems like a worthwhile place to be. 99 degrees in Las Vegas poolside and out in Death Valley. 3 days running, 115 degrees of miserable weather. Congratulations. And here in the Paradise Pahrump, well, let's take a look. It's 99 degrees. Awesome. 101 just a little bit earlier. South-southwesterly winds to 12 miles per hour. Sure felt good as that sun rose this morning at 6:04 a.m. Look for it to set this evening about 7:30. Well, right at 7:30. It's just going to go down, dive into the ocean. We're going to head to our low of 75 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Should be some gorgeous sunset. Not so much for the star watching with those clouds in the sky. But look at that humidity at 33%. This portends evil this weekend. I can see. Look at this. Rain starting tomorrow. In earnest, and also Sunday, Monday, look at that, 93% chance of rain. We were looking at the tail end of Tropical Depression Hillary, and anticipating winds up to 33 miles per hour on Monday. So it looks like at 19, a nice civil compromise between the two, and we'll keep an eye on that as we head into the week. Looks like weather comes back out of the doldrums, and we get some sunshiny days on Wednesday and Friday. Temperatures returning to fighting trim at 92 degrees on next weekend. I mean, it should be a gorgeous weekend, but this weekend not so much. And in fact, just a quick word about like flash flooding. It's possible, you know, when it rains like this and it just comes across. If you're heading into a road and suddenly you notice, wow, I'm in a flash flood, stop, turn around, back up. Don't keep going forward. You don't know what's missing ahead of you, and you don't know what you could hit, and you know you could fall into the land of the lost. And then where are you? A really bad sequel. All right, back to the desk. Here's Dave and Rory.
Thank you, John. KPVM News 25 has an update on Captain David Berkowitz's arraignment in U.S. court today. He was arraigned for the following counts. Count 1, deprivation of rights under color of law. Counts 2 through 5, wire fraud for false claims. Count 6, perjury. The U.S. Attorney was hesitant to release David to the public. The U.S. Attorney said he would release under conditions. U.S. Attorney was concerned that David would intimidate the witnesses. It is unknown if the judge releases David on OR or bail. KPVM is still investigating the hearing. Well, that wraps up this edition of News 25. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Rory Rosell. We will see you on the next newscast.
Have a great night.
Good night.